You spoke earlier about Dewanna. Were there any discussions about her joining you here potentially before she signed with the Fever?
We're both two different players. We approach this free agency as we both have our own careers. So her decision was her decision, and mine was mine. And either way, we support each other to the fullest.
Guys, be honest, okay? Let's not pretend like we all have not been there before, okay? You work in a job you don't like. You're working a job you can't stand. Perhaps with a boss you don't like or management that you don't like and can't stand. Perhaps even more so, let's just say with coworkers you don't like and you can't stand. So what do? You quiet quit. Sure, you show up to work. You clock in, you clock out. You may be at your desk just busily typing along, okay? Specifically when your bosses, your coworkers, the upper management come around your desk. You're trying to cosplay, acting like you're being productive. And we all know you're not being productive at all. Oh, no, 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 no. You're on your laptop, clicking away, busying it up with the mouse, only to look for new jobs, okay? You're on Indeed.com, on company time, looking for a bigger and better deal. I guess you can also compare this to Dewanna Bonner's current situation, okay? Because she has decided to clap back at the haters, okay? A lot of the Indiana Fever fans were calling her a quitter. And, she's a quitter and, she scammed us. She swindled us about the money, out of the coin, just to quiet quit and demand a trade, okay? But unfortunately, she was not able to be traded, okay? The Indiana Fever was not able to trade her away, so they had no choice but to waive Bonner from the Indiana Fever. Now, allow me to read to you a little article, okay, brought to you by SportsIllustrated.com. It is titled, Dewanna Bonner Sends a Message to Her Critics Following a Short-Lived Stint with the Fever. After just 9 games with the Indiana Fever, Dewanna Bonner is moving on to the next chapter of her Hall of Fame career. Bonner, who was officially waived by Indiana on Wednesday, posted a note to social media on Thursday to address the criticism she's facing after parting ways with the Fever. A quitter? Nah, never been that, Bonner wrote on Instagram. But when the time comes, let's just make sure the apologies are just as loud as the disrespect. Bonner signed a 1-year deal with Indiana in the offseason and was expected to be a key veteran piece to star alongside Caitlin Clark in the up-and-coming Fever. She started the first 3 games of the season and scored a total of 8 points before being demoted to a bench role. The 37-year-old veteran played at least 19 minutes in all but one of her 9 appearances with Indiana and even scored a season-high 21 points against the Washington Mystics on May 28th. But after she missed 4 straight games due to personal reasons, reports indicated Bonner wasn't happy with her role and had no interest in returning to the Fever. I want to sincerely thank the Indiana Fever for the opportunity to be part of the Fever franchise, Bonner said in a statement after getting waived on Wednesday. Despite our shared goals and excitement heading into the season, I felt the fit did not work out, and I appreciate the organization's willingness to grant my request to move on, particularly at this point in my career. I wish the Fever great success as they continue to build around this dynamic group of young players. So again, she kept it classy, guys. What else y'all want from her? She still, even though she got waived from the team, she released that public statement. I'm sure her publicist typed it up, okay? She's like, I'm still very grateful and thankful and respectful of the opportunity y'all bestowed upon me to be a part of this amazing Indiana Fever team, okay, that has such dynamic and, just such talented young players. Bonner is now free to sign with any WNBA team. According to Annie Costabile of Front Office Sports, Bonner prefers to land with the Phoenix Mercury or the Atlanta Dream. Again, people are speculating, of course. I've read some reports here and there this morning doing my research before I do this assignment, okay? I got the Skill Bridge assignment to do. But they was like, obviously it makes sense for her to want to go back to the Phoenix Mercury. Not only is her now fiance Alyssa Thomas a part of that core, she also, guys, that was where she was first drafted. If you don't know, guys, Dewanna Bonner, this is her 16th season in the league. She has a great, extensive, lucrative career in the WNBA. She was a rookie, okay, that got drafted to the Phoenix Mercury, and that was when she got her first ring. Dewanna Bonner got her first championship, guys, as just a little wee baby rookie for the Phoenix Mercury. It makes perfect sense that she wants to go back there, right? She is a 2-time champion, and of course, if she wants to, say, go to the Atlanta Dream, there's a one-way flight, okay, direct flight from Phoenix, Arizona, rather, to Atlanta, Georgia, and also from Atlanta, Georgia, to Phoenix, Arizona. So, of course, it makes all the sense in the world that, she wants to be closer to her fiance, Alyssa. Like she said, again, it's not just about, her personal relationship with Alyssa. She's like, I just don't fit this team. I don't fit this core. I'm just not a good fit and role player for the Indiana Fever. Again, I understand, like, to be fair, that, some people are calling her a quitter, and, she's a scammer. She needs to pay back all the money. Again, she was getting, she had a $200,000 year salary plan for the Indiana Fever. That's what they signed her on as. But it's like, obviously, more than likely, she'll probably have to pay, she'll have to, take on a pay cut, okay, if she were to go to, say, the Phoenix Mercury or the Atlanta Dream, because I'm sure that cap space is just very limited, or either has already ran out. Again, Dewanna Bonner, y'all about to put her in her beast mode, okay? She said, you know what, let the apologies be just as loud as the disrespect. That's what she posted on her social media. She is not a huge social media fan. I remember when she first signed, when the news broke that she, along with Sydney Carlson, signed with Andy and the Fever on Twitter, people were eating her up, and she tried her best to defend herself. She was like, she was trying to defend the Fever. She was trying to defend herself and her career. She's like, y'all don't know, woo woo woo. At that point, she got tired of arguing with random people on the internet, and she literally just privated her Twitter account, okay? And she always said, like, what, I can't stand this app. This app used to be fun. She was like, what, these people on, she's even said, she's like, people on Twitter are crazy. And I agree. People on Twitter, people on social media, period, are Looney Tunes. Again, I'm excited to see where she's going to end up. I would love to see her back at Phoenix Mercury, of course, where she got her first ring, and also, of course, where she got her third ring, if you want to put it that way, from Alyssa Thomas, her current fiance. Guys, comment down below your thoughts on what Dewanna Bonner is about to cook up. Again, like she said that apologies better be just as loud as the disrespect. And also, guys, you just be fair, don't be nasty or tear anybody down. But do you agree with that? Again, like, yes, technically she is a quitter. She should have just at least tried to, like, fit that mold and model that fast pace, fast breaks and sprints that the Indiana Fever likes to go on. But again, like, she is up there in age. But again, like I always said, like, she looks like she takes really good care of herself. Again, like, the human body is trained to do a host of amazing things as long as you train it. She could have, worked with a personal trainer to make sure, like, she could be able to keep up with the younger Fever girls. But again, like she said, like, it just ain't working out, and she got to get up out of there. So comment down below your thoughts on where we will see Dewanna Bonner end up. Again, I am not opposed to her coming just one state over to my Chicago sky. We need her. Again, I say get rid of Rachel Bannum, get rid of Mariah Jefferson, get rid of freaking I would say Kia Nurse gotta go. Again, quiet quitting, guys. It's not just us at the office all day, okay? Quiet quitting happens in the military. It happens at the office. It happens at fast food restaurants. And, of course, it happens in professional sports.